Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have a huge game in the Carabao Cup semi-final against Liverpool. We'll potentially have the second leg today, depending on what happens in this first leg, but failing that, we'll be going into a Premier League game against Tottenham. We're pretty much managing on a game-by-game basis at the moment. The board are obviously not happy, and after a 2-1 defeat at home to Crystal Palace, there was a bit of an inquest, and I said, look, we'll win our next few matches, and we'll see how things go from there. Unfortunately, our running was pretty reasonable. A win against Adana, Huddersfield, Randers, and Fulham, um, giving us a little bit of a run. 4 consecutive home games there. Well, saying that, we had 7 consecutive home games, and we're going into an 8th now. But they were games that we should be winning. And the Fulham game, they had the beating of us at the start of the season. We did well to come back and beat them this time round. We have made some massive waves in the transfer window as well. Oh, just bear with me a second. We'll just get a little bit more money in. That's another £15 million into the bank, thanks to Lamine Barrow. But in relation to transfers, we made some big sales. Matisse Tell went to Atletico eventually for £40 million. Jean-Joe Hadland, who was a youth player at the club, he went to Middlesbrough on a free. Benjamin Šeško, our top goal scorer, went to Chelsea for £70 million. It was a big deal. I didn't want to let him leave, but at the same time, he was causing a bit of a ruckus in the dressing room. So I decided, you know what, let's cash in on him. Litzler again was another youngster. He went to Power FC on a free transfer. Fabiano finished his loan deal in Brazil. Came back, we weren't going to play him really. £17.25 million to FC Lorient. And Jan-Paul van Heck, who came in on a free transfer at the start of the campaign. It was a pre-arranged deal, of course, before I arrived. He has left for Everton in a £5 million deal. He would have left at the end of the season for free. So for £5 million, we've done the job that we wanted to. And in response to that, obviously losing Šeško was a big deal for us. So we had to go all out and try and bring in some attacking talent. Nahuel Almada, a young Argentinian striker, we brought him in from Argentina for £33 million. He's 6'4", and look at those physicals. He's full of pace and power, and a really good finisher, good heading ability as well. And with his determination off the ball, work rate, and technique, I think we've really done well to bring this lad in. Nicholas Sparbeck, we brought him in to be another backup goalkeeper. It was a £4 million deal. Not too sure whether he'll fit into the side particularly well, but we have had an injury to Whitbread. And because we were focusing on another big deal, I didn't want to go all out and spend a massive chunk on a new keeper. So we brought in the 21-year-old. He's 6'4", Danish international keeper. So you never know. He might really come good for us, and he can be in competition with Gate for now. But the big one, he ran us ragged while we were at Mönchengladbach. We have brought in Mark Sonogo for £106 million, and he's a 5-star player. He's one of the best players in the world. His physicals are mental. He's full of pace. He can play up front. He can play in attacking midfield and central midfield. He's a natural born finisher, really good composure, determination, decision making, flair. He is the complete package, and I'm hoping he can really be the man to drag us through now. And with Almada coming in as well, we've actually got some competition in those front that front area. So it's hopefully will see us quite well. And today, Sonogo will make his debut. He starts up front. Almada is yet to make an appearance for us because he came in injured. It was a bit of a shame, but I'm hopeful that we can get things going in our favour today. We're putting as strong a team out as we possibly can. Sparbeck will come in and make his debut in Goalgate. Unfortunately, will miss out. Obviously, Whitbread would have been the ideal keeper to have today, but for this Carabao semi-final. But unfortunately, we've got to do what we've got to do, and we go into today hoping for a good result. having someone of Sonogo's quality who can play in that attacking midfield as well as up front, I think could be a game changer for us. We're sat in 12th or 13th, I think, in the Premier League. We've got a couple of games in hand, but it's going to be a big task. If we can get through this semi-final and start picking up wins a little bit more regularly, I honestly think we could be in for a good time here at Manchester United. But we've just got to get through these hard times this season and hope that we can find our way through. It's a corner kick here for Vanna, and Casul on the edge of the penalty area. It's been put in by Trent Alexander-Arnold, who was left completely free in the penalty area, and I don't think he was offside either. And completely switched off defensively, and it is 1-0. Not the best of starts, it has to be said. Morgalla looking over the top. Yeremy Pino into Casul, and well, I mean, offside was given in the end, but Sparbeck is looking a little bit unsure of himself in goal against the side of Liverpool's quality. And yes, losing Whitbread at a time like this is not ideal, especially when we need to get that consistency in form. So for him or Gate, we've got big opportunities. And Youngblood charges into the penalty area and misses the target. And yes, we've had some good results against lesser sides recently, but we have missed so many opportunities in front of goal as the ball gets swung in here by Medina, who's been really quiet in recent weeks as well. Here's Correa. That's a lovely strike from Correa, and Tarati stood completely still there. He was well and truly beaten. But again, we failed to hit the target. Romano into Youngblood, and now Medina. That's a nice touch from him. And the strike has taken a huge deflection off Castello Jr. It's actually Castello Lucaba. And we have an equaliser here. It's again, we've looked a little bit dangerous. Has it come against the run of play? I'm not too sure, but a little bit fortuitous. But saying that, so was Liverpool's with the way it pinged around in the penalty area. And we find ourselves level. We haven't done too badly. I mean, Liverpool have had the one attempt on target, which is what they scored. Other than that, we have actually created more opportunities, but we are yet to have a shot on target, and yet we find ourselves at one apiece. So going into half time, bit of a cagey affair, really. Bynert here with the throw. Luis Guilherme coming into the penalty area, plays it in, and it's just about cleared by Liverpool, and we're a little bit unlucky not to find a way through there. But half time and at 1-1, we'll let the lads know that we need a bit of improvement going forward. With the likes of Sonogo, the quality we've got now going forward should shine through. But so far, bit of a nervy debut from Sonogo, which isn't really what we wanted to see, is it? So a number of players struggling for fitness now. I don't want to take too many risks, of course, but we're going to have to make some changes. We need that energy, especially in the midfield. We're going to get Dixon on into the midfield. And I think, to be honest, we'll put Capelli into the midfield as well. And we'll make a change in defence and get Yerashami on. We'll just switch him and Correa around as well. And then going forward, Guilherme can come off. He's looking really tired, isn't he? Really sure which way around to go about it, to be honest. I think we'll get Morrell on, switch him and Medina around. We'll move Sonogo back into attacking midfield, and hopefully he can prove his worth a little bit. And we'll get Sheparach on up front. And to be fair, I mean, he's pretty much accomplished at everything, Sonogo, but we'll make him a shadow striker and see how well that suits him. And obviously, it's going to be a little bit about experimentation with Sonogo because he's so good at so many roles. It's going to be a case of finding one that really suits the way he wants to play, and obviously the way that we play as a club as well. Of course, here's Capelli into Juan Cruz Morrell coming down this left-hand side. Finds Romano, he swings it in. Sonogo is there, and it's off the crossbar, very, very close. It would have been he would have been an instant hero, really, scoring against Liverpool, but we have yet to have a shot on target after 80 minutes. So We're clearly missing something here. And oh no, we've just had a shot on target. 85 minutes gone. We finally get a shot on target. We've done well to come away with a 1-1 draw, really. Romano swinging this corner in, though. Have we got a chance here? Correa, again, far too, um, like, it's too excitable, really. We're not calm and composed enough in these areas at the minute. And overall, I'm a bit disappointed in the performance. I mean, we got a good draw, but considering we didn't have a shot on target until the 85th minute, that is pretty poor. But the key thing now is we need to go to the Premier League and get a result. Tottenham are 7 points ahead of us. If we lose against them, we're pretty much out of the race for Europe. We need to win every single match at the moment. I think what I'll probably do, because of how close it is in the Carabao Cup, we'll do that game against Tottenham off camera, and hopefully when we come back, we'll take a look at this second leg against Liverpool and see where we can go from there. Well, guys, here we go for the second leg against Liverpool. And with the way things are going, any game could be our last game in charge. We got absolutely battered 3-0 by Tottenham. And the Premier League is just completely out of our reach. We sat in 11th place and we're 10 points off the European places. So we need to rely on winning a cup. And we're closer to the relegation zone than we are to qualifying for Europe at the moment. And it's embarrassing. It really is. We've got a good enough team, but we just don't seem to want to do it. So we've reverted to the 4-3-3. We're putting as strong a team out as we possibly can, and we've just got to hope for the best. Gluck is back in the side as well. Um, Sparbeck will remain in goal because it's either him or Gert, and neither of them are really up to it, I'll be honest. Romano, Dixon, Capelli, and Bynert are at the back. Hadjo will play as the ball winning midfielder still in that role in there. Sonogo drops back into the midfield with Youngblood, and we've got Medina, Cook, and Gluck um, as the front three. Sonogo, yeah, I mean, he is a striker. There's no doubt about it. He is a striker, but we need to find a way of working out exactly what we're going to do in this midfield. And to be honest, I think, to be fair, that's probably a little bit better. Um, and we don't really have the striking options until Almada becomes fit, and Shepherd isn't good enough as of yet, and neither's Morrell really. He has scored some goals for us, but other than that, it's about it. So we're going into the game a bit of a new look tactic. Cook is going to play as an advanced playmaker with Sonogo in that midfield role as well. So we'll just see how things go. They're very attack-minded midfielders, really. Let's hope for the best. We need to change something. And again, we've reverted back to this 4-3-3. Could we change something even more different? Yeah, potentially so. But we, it's just a really difficult situation. And for whatever reason, we're just not finding any way of getting around it at the moment. Luis Guilherme with a corner swung in toward the near post. They just about get it away. Cook with a header just over. And a bright start, but as per usual, off target with our opportunity. If we can find a way of getting through today, I genuinely think we've got an opportunity. We've got a chance. But it is likely we'd meet Manchester City in the final, in which case we've got no chance. Manchester City have just taken the lead against Southampton. That's a Premier League game. Here is Morton into Morgalla. And now Romulo into Crowley. And Kashu, I mean, I don't know what Sparbeck's doing. He's come flying out there, got nowhere near it. And this most likely could be our last game in charge. With the way it's going, we just haven't got the quality in goal. And yes, do we have to buy Sonogo? Probably not. But he has the necessary quality to drag us through these kind of situations. It's just a case of whether we'll be able to get through it or not. Sonogo here with a free kick. Whips it in. It's a great effort, and Sonogo has scored his first goal for the club. It's a lovely, lovely finish, really. And I'm hoping the quality that he has will shine through in games. He's hit the crossbar in the first leg against Liverpool, of course, and he hit the crossbar against Tottenham as well, while it was still just at 1-0 down. So he's showing signs, and with a free kick of that quality, that was a very, very good goal. We've got an opportunity. We're still in this cup tie. Can we find a way to push on and win this game? I'm going to offer some encouragement to the lads. We're looking pretty decent. We're still in it. Liverpool have been the better side, though. As soon as we've offered encouragement, Liverpool have just suddenly really pushed into us. And we're going to have to demand more because we're not looking like we're going to get anything out of the game at the moment. And Martin here with a free kick, whips it in toward the far post. Crowley with a free header. We managed to get it clear thanks to Cook, but Alex Valle picks it up, charges down this right-hand side, switches the play, and Astanis with the header. Luckily, from our point of view, it goes over. But we are going to have to make some changes soon because, again, we're really struggling. But outside of this first 11, we are struggling for quality. We're going to get Rippis on at left back. Hayes. I mean, Hayes could come on. In fact, Correa will bring on. I mean, Capelli's on a yellow card as well, really, but Capelli can come in as that ball-winning midfielder. Bynert's on a yellow card as well. Cook is going to have to make way here for Youngblood. And Medina is struggling for fitness as well, so Morrell can come on for him. Are we decisively weaker? Yeah, probably. But I think, to be fair, actually, we'll switch those two round. And hopefully we can find a way. But Morgalla here with the throw for Liverpool into Doak. And now Morgalla again. Cutting inside, finds Jones. He's in space. Luckily for us again, the strike is off target. And we are hanging on. We really are hanging on here. We've been very poor today. We're going to demand more again. Try and get something out of this Manchester United team. We've only had 4 attempts at goal today at Anfield. Just 2 on target. 8 minutes of added time. And with that amount of added time, I fear the worst. Here's Doak into Awi. Morgalla, Morton, Alex Valle into Diaz, and it's off the woodwork. Correa manages to clear, and Sheparach picks it up. And he tries to get down this right-hand side. Alex Valle with the tackle, and it's out for a throw. As the minutes tick away, we're getting closer to extra time. It's a free kick there. Well saved by Tarati, but we have got a corner. Could we snatch this right at the death? Rippis here with the corner to whip in. Any time now. Rippis whips it in. It's easily headed away. Very poor set piece again. Separach picks it up and he's under pressure. He's just given the ball away to Morgalla. Luckily, we intercept it through Sonogo. But again, really, really tight at the moment. We're into the last minute of added time, and Liverpool looking to create something again, potentially from the back. Here is Jones into Morgalla. Casuel plays it through. Astanis is in behind the fullback, and Diaz, and it's off target. We've gotten away with that again. I mean, Liverpool have completely outplayed us today, but we somehow have held on. And we, I mean, what can I, what can I say here? We're fighting and fighting for it. We don't deserve to be in this tie still. We really don't. Can we find a way of getting through here? Everyone that's playing in terms of forward has been poor. We have got a chance to make another substitution, in all honesty, and I think I might do so. Morrell here into Dixon. Just don't want to make any silly mistakes. Dixon just holding on to the ball and finding Correa. Again, there's not there's no freedom in and around that midfield. Sparbeck into Dixon. And now Youngblood into Capelli. And again, it's a very poor touch. This time it's Capelli that's done it. And Awe into Doak. And now Morton. Good interception by Dixon. But the ball's come to Morton again. And now Doak. Alex Valle brought down. Penalty. Sheparak with the foul. And that is going to be a penalty to Liverpool. And we are definitely going to head out here. We're going to go very attacking. And before this penalty gets taken, we're going to just throw everything at it. We're going to get Gluck and Separach on to the striking roles now. I think, to be honest, Sanogo was probably a better option in there. We'll drop Gluck back to the midfield. And, I mean, what more can we do, you know? Ah, dearie me. This is very frustrating. I mean, we've got players that are injured left, right. Well, they're looking like they'll get injured left, right, and centre as well. We're making the changes regardless. Kasula's penalty just squeezes it past Sparbeck, and it's his 14th of the season. And I think if this goes the way it's going to go now, I think we could be out of a job. It could be our second sacking of the series. The previous one, of course, was at Charlton. And again, we just couldn't find a rhythm. And it's been the same here at Manchester United. Players absolutely out on their feet. We're just going to drop some encouragement and try and find a way here. Oscar Gluck into Correa, into Oscar Gluck again. And again, it's so poor from the midfielder. Stanis easily picking it off. And now Morton into Diaz. And Liverpool just knocking the ball about, running it around. Rippis getting in a good challenge there. But again, there's just nothing being offered. Oh my God. What on earth? I mean, that's two big goalkeeping errors from Sparbeck. I mean, we didn't deserve to win anyway, but that goalkeeping error right at the end there was absolutely abysmal. And I fear that could be our last game in charge, in all honesty. In terms of the upcoming schedule, I mean, obviously we've got the Europa League to come as well, but we've still got to play Liverpool in the Premier League. We need to get a result against Burnley. There's no doubt about it. We have to win against Burnley just to give us a little bit of leeway for the game against Liverpool. And then after that, we've got to really start winning games regularly. There's no more ifs, buts, or maybes. Otherwise, we're gone. And yes, the injury to Whitbread hasn't helped. He's out for a couple of weeks still yet as well. But tactically, again, I really don't know what more we can do. We've tried a couple of different formations and it just doesn't work. And yeah, I don't really know what more we can do, but we're going to have to fight for it now. And hopefully, come tomorrow's episode, we'll still be here, but it's looking increasingly unlikely. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It's all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.